Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of early, 5:30, but I just couldn't sleep having listened to for a moment this crook, this evil. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The one of the most evil men in America had to listen to him speak. Had to listen to him speak. This man went somewhere and made a speech, but he's talking to over 300 million folks, saying if he doesn't win the election, you better vote for him because you don't go be a bloodbath. And that's just something. Why would it be a bloodbath? Why would it be a bloodbath? You were beaten by Joe Biden. We went 4 years without a bloodbath. We went 4 years trying to recover from that fuck up you did. We went through that for 4 years. We having a problem with it. None whatsoever. Then you start talking about coming back and running again. First thing you start talking about was violence. Talking about what you're going to create your army. First thing you're going to do, one of the first things you're going to do is let your army out of jail that rose up for you to stand up and go against America for you. See, you was a low down, dirty MF. You wanted the whole damn nation to turn its back on one another and lift up to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you're the most selfish man I ever heard of in my life. I mean, I ain't never heard that about Hitler. Maybe I didn't read enough. But for you to sit there and threaten this nation, saying if you don't become the next president, it's gonna be a bloodbath. A few years ago, you tried to take it. You just tried to take it, you low down son of a gun. You tried to take this nation from these people. You tried to take this nation from America. And now you sitting up talking about if you don't get elected. Out of all this, we didn't start no trouble till you got back in office. I mean, it might have been some trouble. There's always trouble. But ain't no hell broke loose till you got back in office. You got back in office by lying. Oh, I'm going to bring the egg prices down. I love you. I'm the best man on the face of the earth. Vote for me because I'm the man. I care. Joe Biden, the crooked Biden, the crooked son, the crooked son. You low down thief. You worse than Hitler ever been. You worse what that boy name you used to hang yourself in? Al Capone. You said, yeah, you like to hang with Al Capone. And now you sitting there telling this nation that you, Al Capone, that you lied, you cheated, you didn't bring the egg prices down, you screwed them in every way you possibly can, and now you telling the fuck your army, if I don't win, they'll be able to bad. Look, why? You got to be bad. You send them there threatening. You just sit there and threaten. You, Donald Trump, sat there and threatened over 300 million people, saying if you don't be president. So you know what you're asking the people? You're telling the people to get rid of you. You are telling the people that you're the greatest threat. You are telling these people if they leave you alone and and you telling these people if they don't take care of you, you're the greatest threat. Because you don't give a heck if they don't vote for you, if they don't put you back in office so you can ride in your new golden bar of gold, ride in your, I'm gonna call it a bar of gold. Since you can't ride in your bar of gold, you would tell the whole nation to go to hell and you would push the button. That's what you're telling us. America, you might not see it. I'm telling you, Donald Trump just said he would kill you if he had a chance to become president, and it only could be it if unless he could blow your ass up, he'd do it just to be president again. So he can ride around his gold bar and threaten the world like he's the greatest and most dangerous and honky on the face of the world, on the face of the earth. Now, can you believe that? This is what he is saying to me. This is what he is saying to you. And then there are people out there saying, Trump is our God. Let's get our stuff together so we can have a bloodbath. If you don't win, they stole it. So let's have a bloodbath. Can you believe that? Donald Trump's children. You know your daddy just threatened this nation. Your daddy just threatened America that if they don't vote for him, he is at right now advocating that there's a bloodbath. Why would there be a bloodbath, Donald Trump? Why would there be a bloodbath? God made this earth. God made this earth. He made all the people on it. And he made this earth that he could hold and take care of all the billions of people that's come on this earth. Not only that, they got resources that they don't have to suffer for anything if they just do the path of doing things right. And he has said that if there's a righteous way of doing things, trusting in God and not Donald Trump. If you want to trust in Donald Trump, they're going to be a bloodbath. But if you trust in God, every last one of you can get a job. If you trust in Donald Trump, they're going to be a bloodbath. But if you trust in God, you can have a job of your own choosing that gives you your greatest joy. If you trust in Donald Trump, you're going to possibly have a bloodbath and go through hell as long as he's living. You trust in God, you can have your needs, your wants, and your desires met. Peace, prosperity, freedom, and joy, and live your dreams. If you trust in God, you'll never have to worry about your food, your clothing, your shelter, your education, your health. You don't ever have to worry about any of that. If you trust in God, you don't have to worry about Trump. You trust in God, you don't have to worry about Trump sending his army on you. If you trust in God, you don't have to worry about lying, cheating, stealing, hatred, racism, bigotry, and all that other kind of stuff. If you trust in God, but I guarantee you, you trust in Donald Trump again, the world is over. If you trust in Donald Trump again, the world is over. And why wouldn't it be? You just told you, Donald Trump just told you you weren't worth existing unless he's God. And if he ain't God, you must well have a bloodbath. That's what he just told you. That's what he just set the seed to happen. He didn't tell you nothing decent. He hadn't said a damn thing to you decent, but a lie. There's gonna be so much money. Everybody gonna be rich. You're just gonna be pouring over the boaters. That big lie. I'm going to drain the swamp. You didn't tell us you were gonna bring them and make them part of your team, but you did. And America, I wonder what you're gonna do because you've been warned. I didn't warn you. Donald Trump warned you. He told you if you didn't vote for him, kill the people, have a bloodbath. That's what he just said. What you gonna do? I hope you choose God over Trump.